You know what's bullshit? Rotten Tomatoes. That's bullshit. They gave Batman v Superman a 29%. Now, those of you who have seen this movie, can you honestly believe that this movie deserves a 29%?
Seriously, it has a 70% audience approval.
And for instance, let's take a look at a movie that universally is not really liked by audiences. That would be Spring Breakers. Rotten Tomatoes critics love that movie, but I gotta be honest, that movie sucked. It was boring, it was stupid. Not even James Franco, who now has become one of my favorite actors, could save that terrible movie.
And let's look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe, all under the wonderful eye of the Walt Disney Company. Not one has a rotten rating. The lowest one is Thor: The Dark World. And you know what? I was more entertained by Batman v Superman than Thor: The Dark World. I am a Doctor Who fan. The villain was the 9th Doctor actor, Christopher Eccleston, and he screwed up that role, and he was so forgettable. It was Loki the movie. I didn't like it.
I thought it was okay.
But was Batman v Superman better?
Definitely.
I agree. Now, I actually, my opinion differs. I actually kind of enjoyed Thor: The Dark World, but I definitely liked Batman v Superman better.
And you know what also has a lower score than Thor: The Dark World? Man of Steel. 56%.
Yeah, now, I'm going to be honest, there seems to be a lot of cynicism about this movie, which I think is wrong. Now, I understand if you think the movie's just okay, and I understand if you dislike the movie, but if you're just choosing to not like the movie because of critics and because of Channel Awesome, you need to actually just go see it for yourself and have your own opinion. And that's the same thing I'll say about Batman v Superman. You gotta see it for yourself and have your own opinion. Because while Rotten Tomatoes is not tomatoes, it's just rotten. There's no tomatoes. It's completely rotten without tomatoes. Thinks that Batman v Superman is 29%, while audiences think it's, what was it, 76 or
70.
70%? Wow. Like, it goes to show that that's a huge difference of opinion between just normal everyday people and these critics.
Transformers, the first film, 57%. Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, 19%. Transformers, Dark of the Moon, 33%.
That is higher than Batman v Superman. Let me ask you, can you honestly, as a moviegoer, can you honestly think Transformers 3 is better than Batman v Superman?
I can't. I've seen a lot of the trailers that they look terrible. They can hire models with no character development whatsoever.
After seeing the second Transformers movie, I was like, this franchise sucks.
I saw the trailers that had testicles. Robot testicles. Why would I want to see that over Batman and Superman fighting? Why?
And who would want to see two robots who are racial stereotypes?
I know. It was really, really stupid.
Oh.
Did they have to make him sound... Did it have to be so obviously racial stereotype?
I don't see what the point.
Like, why'd they do that?
It's Michael Bay we're talking about. This is why I'm really worried critics just don't like DC.
Well, what?
There seems to be a pretty clear Marvel bias to me, because the ratings will just show you a bunch of screenshots right now. As you can see, these Marvel movies, some that fans didn't like so much, are getting high praise by the critics on Rotten Tomatoes. But look at some of these DC movies. Low ratings, but high praise by the audiences. So that clearly tells me, what the fuck is your problem, Rotten Tomatoes? Seriously? Where are the tomatoes? There are no tomatoes. You are just rotten and nothing. You are rotten fucking feces. And that's what you are. You're rotten. You know what it is?
What?
It's rotten bullshit!
And you know what I said on Facebook? I hate you, Rotten Tomatoes. I fucking hate you. Change your format.
And enough with your biased bullshit. Critics aren't supposed to be biased. They're supposed to see movies from an objective point of view, not from a biased fanboy point of view.
Now, keep in mind, 84 critics did like this movie, but 214 didn't.
That makes no sense.
Not a lick.
200, and some of those critics even said to go see the movie.
Which makes no sense. Why would you recommend us to see the movie if you don't like it? It's because you're a biased son of a bitch who wants the movie to suffer, but still try to play innocent by telling us to go see it. You son of a bitch. You fucking son of a bitch.
And apparently, a C+ is considered a rotten rating. Some of these critics gave it a C+. That's considered bad. And keep in mind, this is all subjective. Some of these reviewers said, the negative reviews said, "Oh, this is not fun like Marvel." Just what?
Whoa.
Marvel's not fun.
Whoa. Did you say that some reviewers said, this is not fun like Marvel?
Yep.
Why even mention Marvel? That means they have a bias. They want to tell you that you must join the Marvel elite.
Conspirators!
Sons of bitches.
What?
Okay, so here's another thing that's bullshit. Why do we have to take sides? I like both Marvel and DC.
Same.
They have their problems, but I still enjoy both.
My favorite
here.
My favorite superhero, Batman. My favorite villain, the Joker, and I also like Lex Luthor a lot too. They're both amazing villains. But then when it comes to more variety, more choices of heroes to like, Marvel, because they got the X-Men, they got the Avengers, they got all kinds of characters that more characters than DC currently has.
And, well, don't forget, and Marvel can go dark if it has to. I mean, Civil War coming out this month is going to be quite dark because you're going to see your favorite heroes find each other, just like Batman versus Superman. And I bet Rotten Tomatoes is going to give that the highest rating ever.
Like 90%.
Definitely.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes. So we're calling it, if Rotten Tomatoes is going to give Civil War 90% at least. Audiences will probably give it around 80 or something.
80, 85.
But if if this movie ends up being not so good, they'll still give it 90% because they fucking love Marvel so goddamn much. So when that happens, and you still like Batman v Superman more than Civil War, but Civil War gets that much more praise than Batman v Superman, it's clear to me that Rotten Tomatoes
is Marvel bias.
That is
bullshit!